Hey everyone, welcome back to Conversations with Azu, the Vitality and More podcast. I am so glad to have you joining me for another episode. And yes, you may have noticed I've taken a long unintended break from podcasting. And well, I'm not going to apologize for it. December, as we all know it, is a busy month for Christmas, and January was the holiday season. February, I was quite busy hosting 2 women's wellness retreats. And then came March, the month that I fell and broke my foot. Ouch. So yes, the last couple of months have been very interesting and challenging indeed for me, which has really led to writing this month's episode and the topic of the conversation. So episode 22 is about society teaches us to keep going. So today's topic is something that touches each of us, whether we're conscious of it or not. We're exploring the deep-rooted expectation that society places upon us to just keep moving forward, to hustle, to strive, to never stop, no matter how tired, sick, or unfocused we become. It's a theme that threads through each of our lives, sometimes quietly, sometimes loudly. And it's worth asking, what does this relentless drive do to our heart, our soul, our sense of self? Let's start by tracing where this keep going mentality came from. If we look at history, the idea of working hard was once tied to survival, to provide for our family and loved ones, to build a home, to contribute to community. But as societies evolved and economies grew, productivity became a measure of self-worth. The industrial age brought shifts where time equaled money and efficiency was king. But now we are in the digital age and we're expected to be always switched on, responding to emails at all hours, multitasking, juggling obligations, and keeping our calendars full all the time. It's exhausting. It's no surprise that so many of us internalize the message, if you're not hustling, you're falling behind. It's woven into school, work, social media, and just about everything. And when we pause, guilt often takes place. And to be honest, I kind of almost felt like that too when I wasn't podcasting for the last few months. I thought to myself, well, I either take the break since the universe has spoken loud and clear for me to rest and reset and heal, or I just keep going and burn out and delay the healing of my injury, because that's what we are taught to do, right? And I really felt guilty because I had in the back of my mind, what's going to happen to all my listeners? Are they all going to unfollow? But that's okay. We're here now and we're connected again. So thank you for sticking around. Now, think about the slogans we hear: rise and grind, no pain, no gain, sleep when you're dead. And I've heard that one before. These aren't just catchy sayings. They're cultural mirrors and belief systems that have been ingrained in us. We are bombarded with images of people who seem to thrive on doing more, never stopping, and always achieving. And while success stories can inspire, they can also make us feel like we're not good enough unless we're always pushing and switched on. But you know what? I'm not going to do that, because if you've been following my journey on social media for a while now or read my book, you will know that my work is all about teaching through embodiment and presence. How can I teach keep pushing, keep moving forward, especially now with a broken foot, and pretend that it's okay and I'm doing fine? Because it's not. I'm taking the time to recalibrate as best as I can until I am fully mobile, enjoying the still moments, the moments to myself, and the little creative nudges that I'm feeling right now with my writing especially. We all know that social media compounds this message to just keep pushing through. Scrolling through feeds, it seems that everyone is hustling, launching something new, looking more polished, more perfect, creating new reels, videos, etc., etc. Rarely do we see posts about rest, burnout, or simply being and finding presence. It's easy to mistake the highlight reel for reality. So trust me when I tell you, I'm not into the hustle mentality, especially not at this stage in my life. The one thing that I feel is missed these days is that more hustle leads to overwhelm and incoherence. So take it from me, if you're not feeling well or just tired and run down, take a break. If you don't do it when your body's whispering to you, then you will be exhausted, irritable, drained. And guess what? the whispers will get louder. Take a break and pause. Pause so you don't disconnect from yourself and from those who you really care about. Stop saying yes when your heart is screaming no. Don't ignore the signals from your body that beg you for rest. These choices, repeated over time, can erode your well-being and sense of self. Now, what are the hidden costs of hustling? Let's really dig into what happens when we ignore our own needs. There's a price to perpetual hustle, you see. Physically, our bodies protest. Fatigue, headaches, weakened immunity, and chronic stress are all signals that we're out of balance. We are not in alignment. Mentally, we may experience anxiety, depression, brain fog, or trouble sleeping. And emotionally, we disconnect from our passions, from creativity, from the people who matter, and from the joy that makes life fun, happy, and meaningful. Spiritually, our souls crave connection, presence, and meaning. When we rush through life, we lose the ability to listen inward, to hear the whisper of intuition, creativity, and purpose, and most importantly, to tune into our hearts. We start to feel hollow, restless, and just drift. So it's important to acknowledge that the harm isn't just personal. Hustle culture can damage relationships. When we are depleted, we have less patience, less empathy, less space to truly show up for others, and we may experience strain with family, friends, and colleagues. So, why do we keep going? If we know that hustle culture hurts us, why do we keep participating? The reasons are complex. Fear is a big one. Fear of letting others down, fear of being judged, fear of missing out, or fear of seeming weak. There's also a desire for external validation. When people praise our busyness, it feels good, even if only for a moment. Some of us have internal scripts that say rest is lazy. You're only worthy if you're productive. These beliefs may have rooted in us since childhood, school, or even past workplaces. They can be tough to rewrite, but you know what? It's possible. We also live in a world where busyness is rewarded all the time. Promotions, pay rises, titles, accolades, and approval, validation often all go to those who, well, do more. It takes courage to buck the trend and choose a different path. The path of least resistance, the path to your heart for a calmer pace and harmony. Now, let's use rest as resistance. Let's change the narrative. What if we reimagine rest not as weakness, but as wisdom? What if pausing was a revolutionary act? In a society that glorifies doing, choosing to care for yourself is powerful. It sends a message to the universe: I am enough just as I am. It allows space for healing, for dreaming, for connecting with what truly matters. Let's remember that rest isn't just about sleep or downtime. It's about renewal, making time to nourish your mind, body, and spirit. It's about setting boundaries, saying no, and giving yourself permission to step away from the endless chase. It's about listening to your inner voice and honoring your own rhythms. Success doesn't have to mean burning out. True success can mean showing up as your best self with energy, purpose, and a full heart. That's the way I see it these days. It can mean living authentically, in tune with your values, your passion, and your desires. Now, let's make this tangible. Let's shift the hustle to healing. I'm going to share some ideas on how to break free from the hustle culture. Number one, begin each day with a check-in. How am I feeling? What do I need today? What is my heart telling me to do? Honor your answer, even if it means changing plans. Number two, build micro breaks into your schedule. These aren't luxuries, they are essential. 5 minutes for mindful breathing, a walk outside, or simply closing your eyes can really restore your energy. Number three, set boundaries and communicate them clearly. It's okay to say, I need time for myself at work and at home. Number four, cultivate supportive relationships. Surround yourself with people who value you for who you are and not just what you do. Number five, practice self-compassion. When the inner critic pops up, remind yourself gently you are enough and rest is part of being human. Number six, reflect on what success means to you. Try journaling or meditation to connect with your authentic values and your heart and soul. And number 7, celebrate moments of rest and stillness, share them with others, and encourage them to do the same. Now, let's pause together for a guided reflection. Get comfortable, close your eyes if you like, and take a few deep breaths. Ask yourself, where am I pushing too hard? What is my soul asking for? Let your answers rise without judgment. Maybe it's a nap. Maybe it's laughter. Maybe it's a creative outlet. Maybe it's simple silence. Listen and honor what comes up. Try repeating this practice regularly. The more you tune in, the stronger your connection to your inner wisdom will become. Give yourself permission to pause and embrace self-kindness and self-care. If you take one thing from today's episode, let it be this. You have permission to pause. You're allowed to rest, to care for yourself, to choose well-being over constant striving and survival. It doesn't make you lazy, it makes you wise and courageous. Every one of us is worthy of compassion and kindness, especially from ourselves. The world may keep spinning, but you don't have to lose yourself in the rush. Your soul and your heart deserve a little gentleness. To wrap up, we've explored how society teaches us to keep going, even when it's to our detriment. We've looked at how hustle culture began, how it persists, and what it costs us in mind, body, and spirit. We've talked about ways to reclaim rest, set boundaries, and choose a gentler path. Most importantly, we've given ourselves permission to rethink what success means and to listen to our inner needs and heart. So I invite you to reflect again. Where are you pushing too hard? Where could you choose to rest or show yourself more kindness? I'd love to hear your thoughts, stories, or questions. Connect with me after the episode or tag me on the socials if something here resonated with you. Let's keep this conversation going as always and support each other as we redefine what it means to thrive. Thank you so much for joining me today on Conversations with Azu. Take care of yourself and remember, sometimes the bravest thing you can do is slow down. Namaste.